Well, good morning, everybody. I think it's like minus 29, feels like 32. I'm just standing on the snowbank here because we can't close these gates. We had a calf born in this barn overnight. Mom's just bringing these few cows we sorted off around, and they're gonna go up to the barn because they're looking close. These girls kicked out to the pen. Yeah, and then we'll get at our chores. Well, we're in our pellet bin here, putting our pellets for the bulls on the mixer. Just letting the auger kind of run slow for the first little while till it gets the frost burnt off the belt. I picked up this little pencil auger this fall. It's a 4-inch, I think. It's geared kind of slow because the guy we bought it from, he was intercropping and had this set up when he was separating the grain, so it's set to run pretty slow. I need to change the pulleys over, but it takes about 10 minutes to load the pellets we need. You know, we've spent a lot more than that fighting with gas engines on augers on days like this in the past, so yeah, I can't complain with this thing. You just flip a switch and away she goes. Well, we just finished shredding the back group of cows here. Getting to be a bit of snow in this pen. The drifts over there are as tall as the slab fence. But yeah, and then this gate's blown in bad again like I was showing you before, but it's been so cold. The wind's been blowing too. Just haven't bothered to clean it yet. Maybe once the weather gets a little nicer, we'll take the skid steer and try and push that out. But yeah, anyway, got those cows fed. Shift her up into C and make our way back down to the yard. And I gotta shred out the other half of this lentil straw bale there in the cut feed pile, and then get the mixer's ready for the bulls. Just gotta bring it up and feed them. Yeah, chilly out this morning, but nicer than yesterday. Yesterday it was minus 30 something, and there was a wind too. It wasn't very nice. But yeah, anyway, we'll bring you back when we've got something else to show you. Okay guys, well, we're just loading up with some more straw here. We got the bulls all bedded down, freshened up, so we got more bales on here. We're heading to the pairs. That new calf that was born early this morning, we had to tube it and put it under a heater in that barn there because it's piss poor excuse of a mother. Hasn't even licked it off hardly and shows no interest in it, so she's darn lucky we don't have another cow looking for a calf, or she'd be in the cull pen and that calf would be getting adopted onto a different cow. But unfortunately we're gonna have to fight with her, but we'll deal with that later after we finish our chores. At least that calf has something warm in its belly and should be okay for a bit. Yeah, so we'll talk to you in a few. Well, we're out at our bigger group of pairs, or our oldest calves here. Just got finished bedding in their windbreaks and calf shelters. We had put a lentil straw bale out here in a feeder just because they're eating off the ground, so sometimes they waste a bit and then they act like they're out of feed. So we put this lentil straw bale out here just in case they needed a little extra. But they're getting it kind of chewed down, so I'm going to pull the feeder off and they can finish cleaning it up. Yeah, we're all done bedding now. Once we get this done, we'll head down to the yard and grab the mixer and finish our feeding. There, they can have at that. Set this guy down here. And we're gone. Yeah, they all seem to be doing quite well out here. Calves are growing healthy. It's nice to see. Sorry about the dirty windows doing all this shredding. Haven't cleaned them in a while. Yeah, a little nicer out today. The calves are sure running and playing. Can't beat that. Yeah, the way we're feeding right now with the mixer, trying to do the one big load for the cows and heifers. I think there's like 80 cows and 50 heifers we're trying to feed with one load, so with the size of our mixer, it's tough to get all that stuffed on. It looks like it's thrown quite a bit over the other side, but now it's got her chewed down, so I'm going to pull it ahead and add what it spilled. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating right now the way we're feeding these cows. Just we got to get some pairs moved around and kicked out to make a bigger group with the older calves, because right now, oh, we're spinning out. Okay, well, we made her up the hill. That's the struggle of a two-wheel drive tractor and a heavy mixer on icy hills. But anyway, what I was saying before is got to get some of these cattle shuffled around once we get another group of pairs vaccinated, because then the big group out here, we can start feeding them more with the shredder and take a little pressure off of our mixer, because trying to do this big load to feed everything, it's just where the mixer's tapped right out to try and get all the pounds on one load. But could split it up in two, but just with the way it works, it's so nice to be able to do with one, because then we can load her up, go do all of our bedding while it mixes up nice, and then just go feed it. But anyway, gonna go dump this load, and that'll have our chores wrapped up for the morning. Yeah, these calves are enjoying that lentil straw, having a heck of a time playing in there. And off they go. Well, we're at our last stop down here with the mixer at the heifers, just letting it finish cleaning out. Yesterday when I come down here to feed them, I had a bunch of heifers just kind of out on the loose, because this area back here where we bed them, they stand by those bales and they rub on the fence, and they get the wires loose and they crawl through, and then they're out and about around your yard. But yeah, you can see I tighten them up. I kind of put wire in between so they can't crawl through as easy, but we'll see how long that lasts. You can't really see it, but I shoveled a trench through that drift there so they can walk. There's kind of a trench there they can walk through by the fence, but they can't crawl over, because I thought it's only a matter of time before that drift gets hard enough they're walking on it and away they go. So yeah, got our chores finished up here. Put this tractor and mixer away, and we got to go move that new pair to the other barn. Okay, we're back at the barn here. That heifer that calved this morning, put her in the chute. I milked her out, gave her a shot of oxytocin, so hopefully she'll come into her milk and maybe start thinking about mothering. And yeah, she stuck her leg through the side, and I guess she's just gonna sit here and pout now, so. Sounds like Mom's here with the milk for the calf. What we got out of her, it wasn't really gonna be enough for a decent feed for the calf. So Mom went and added some milk replacer, and then we're gonna try dumping some oats on the calf to see if that smartens things up. Well, good morning everybody. It's the next day. I think it's February 13th. Got done doing some extra shredding here at the cut feed pile. Had some time because I already went and fed the group of cows. And then I got up there with the mixer to feed the bulls. No feed wanted to come out. And then I shut the PTO off and it just kept spinning because the PTO brake doesn't work in this tractor. So then I knew my shear bolt was shot. So came down, popped a new bolt in it, and it's been sitting there for a few minutes mixing. So we'll go see if it's ready to dump. Well, it's looking close. I'd like it a little finer chopped than that, but we'll take off slow and hopefully by the time we get to the bunk, it'll be ready to go. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but that shear bolt's just at the back of the PTO there where it meets the machine. Better keep it on the road here. And usually once a winter it'll let go. I think it's just over time that, you know, turning the machine on and off, that shock to it weakens and then breaks. But and then you come back and think your mixer's ready to dump, but your tractor's just been turning diesel into noise for the time you've been gone. So but anyway, we're carrying on with our chores. I'll bring you back later.
Set of 120 yearling Angus bulls with mini Calving crossfed. That's the Calving Angus annual production sale, February 25th, 1 p.m. at the ranch in Peleer. Also broadcast live with TV Auction. Visit CalvingAngus.com. Checking in on those local auctions. Torrington livestock with over 3,200 in the feeder steers.
Well, we just got done processing another pen of pears. Get them down by the barn, just taking them back to their pen for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow we'll kick them out east with the other pears. Sometimes we'd kick them out after we processed them, but they've still got lots of feed in their pen, and we just gave them fresh straw this morning, so they can spend another night in here, and then tomorrow we'll kick them out, we'll rebed the pen and bring some pears from the barn out here. Well, we're down here at the shop. It's actually a fairly nice afternoon. I mean, it's still kind of cold, but hardly a breath of wind and the sun's out, so. Been having some flat tires on this truck. They're just getting some age on them. I think the tires on it are probably 15 years old or something. They're starting to wear out, so my mom had to run to town. She took the back tire, get a tube put in it, and then I was running the spare on it, but it's shot too, so. And other things we're doing here, the twine on the old shredder kind of got away from me in the last however many days it's been cold. It feels like a long time, but yeah, I got that cut off. It was a bit of a job. I got to go in here with a pick, because on these hay busters, you get some twine up by that front bearing. And same thing with the back bearing. But anyway, gonna drag that over to the burning barrel and light her up. And then we got a grease shredder and tractor and mixer and other tractor. And yeah, just trying to get our maintenance done up, because it looks like next week mostly is going to be cold again. We're going to get down into the -30s, so that'll be awesome. But hopefully that'll be the last of our real cold weather for this winter. So anyway, talk to you in a few. Okay, everyone. Well, it's the next day after the next day that I started filming this video. We turned 20 more pairs, the ones we processed yesterday, out in the big area here. Just went in with the shredder and freshened up their bedding. Yeah, some of them are still hanging up there by the krells, but once I come out here with the feed, they'll move down. Yeah, nice to have most of our pairs in a bigger bunch now. Makes it easier for feeding and bedding. So yeah, we'll bring you back when we got something else to say. Now we're back out here with the mixer feeding this group of cows. Feeding them tight to the shelter area. Try and get the cows to come down and coax the new calves in here, and then they'll settle in. Yeah, we changed up the ration a little bit. These girls are getting kind of straight oat silage with oat green feed, so should be pretty good stuff for them. They should milk well, and calves should grow nice. Well, we're turning some pairs out of the barn today. This pair's going. That one there was just born last night, so they're going to spend another day in. This one here keeps trying to dig her way down out of here so they can get the heck out. Yeah, keep pawing. You're really proving a point there. And then this was that heifer calf that we were helping suck. You know, I wouldn't say that her mother's too crazy about her, but at least she lets the calf suck. So calf's good and strong now. They can get out. And there's 2 more pairs back here that are going to get out too. Alrighty guys, well, it's a few days later now. I think today was supposed to be like -36, feels like 40. We're just working on chores here. I came over to the cut feed pile to do some shredding. And this guy was just hanging out here trying to stay warm. Yeah, stay warm out there, guys. Talk to you in the next one.